I don't know where you are right now. Everybody's international right now. I would like to not heard of her, but if you have ever been to the HBA at the sauce cheese, you probably seen the Dibbit brand. I myself have seen it, but never tried it. So I cannot tell you if it's good or great. Uh, that there's not as much that I know besides that. I'm sorry, I'm really bad with presentations. I want to say something that might not be true.
Okay, so with that, let's go ahead and have Pilar jump in and fill in the blanks for us. Everybody, welcome Pilar.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much for having me. I'm very happy and honored to be here with you. Thank you so much for this invitation, and thank you so much for my introduction. I appreciate that very much, Alan. I haven't seen you in a while, but it's an honor to be seeing you again. So actually, I think we are all here to talk about a little bit of what is an entrepreneur and what it takes to be an entrepreneur. So let me tell you a little bit about my background. I actually was working, well, I was happily married. I thought that was going to be my forever ever destination, and actually things changed a lot. I did not graduate from college, and I got divorced with 3 kids, and this is how deep it was in a way born. I had to, before starting this branch, I had to work at television. I worked for Telemundo Network as a producer, and I work for Univision Network as a producer too. I was nominated for an Emmy while working at Telemundo. And then I came back to the Valley, and I opened up the first Radio Única, which was a radio station, TV on radio. That was an amazing thing. It was all over the United States, and we have all these celebrities that were in the radio, and they were having their own talk shows, and I was so excited. So I came back to the Valley. After a while, I was invited to join the Telemundo station here in McAllen, and I opened up the first newscast as a news director, and I worked there for a while. And I really enjoyed that job. I really was like very passionate about it, and I really was happy with it, but my kids still young, and I decided to put my own restaurant. And I resigned to the television, and I started my own restaurant. It was called Tamales y Más back then. And I love it. Cooking was like a passion to me. And I started making the dips that were born out of necessity and out of the recipe, a family recipe. So my grandma teach us how to make, the yogurt and cheese. We used to have a ranch in Mexico. And one of my aunts helped me tailor the recipe to the United States, so to feel the taste of the Valley. And I started selling them in my restaurant. So my restaurant was a total catastrophe. It wasn't doing well, so I decided to sell that. And that was like a turning point to me. When I sold the restaurant, the new owners called me and told me that they wanted me to sell the dips in the restaurant because people were coming back and asking for the dips. So I started selling the dips to him, and might as well start knocking other doors. And that was how Dip It kind of was born, actually. So I started making my dips in my home, and I started selling them to my friends and family. And after being for a while in a small market, just like, meat markets, tortilla stores, restaurants, cake shops, and all of that. And I was working very, very hard every weekend with my kids. So every morning, Saturday and Sunday, I pick up my kids and I took them to different locations, and we all were giving some samples of the dips, but it was really expensive. I mean, I was putting the dips for 3 locations, plus I was buying the chips. One of my daughters was charging me for her job, and the other one was doing it for free. So I decided to kind of even my costs. And I met this guy. He was making chips here in Mission. So I called him and said, listen, I make some dips and I'm kind of going to different stores and actually doing samples. So I'm willing to give your chips and sample them for free if you give me the chips for free. And he said, yeah. So I bring my cost down. I start becoming a businesswoman. I bring my cost down and I start just pushing his chips so he can keep giving me them. So anyways, one day he called me and said, you know, I'm going to this amazing contest. It's called Ruby Red Ventures. It's in the city of Mission, and it's an event to support small local businesses and entrepreneurs. And he asked me to give him some free tips so the judges could try the tips. So that night, he called me and said, forget about the tips. They love your dips. And I was like, oh my God, that's great. And she said, well, you have to come and compete. And I said, no. I'm too busy. I cannot join that competition. I mean, you have to take 3 months of training and you have to take these classes at night and, you know, where they teach you how to make a business plan, how to borrow money from the bank, how to pitch your ideas to investors, how to grow your business. And, you know, it was too much for me. And I said, no, I can't. So he insisted, and finally I said yes. Thank God. I won that contest, and they gave me $50,000 because I won it twice, in 2014 and then in 2016. So I was so excited about this money. They give me the support, they give me the money, they give me the wings to fly higher, and I needed to see this gentleman that you're seeing in the picture and this amazing lady, Adriana Rincon. I had to see them in the eye and said, you know, I'm going to invest the money in the best way I can do. So I moved my operation from the kitchen to my garage, which was amazing. I was growing and it was fantastic. So one day the city of Mission called me and they were all excited about this Primo Pig Quest for Texas Best, which is organized by HEB. And they invited me to represent the city of Mission. So I did, and you know the story. I won second place. So that was amazing. It was like we were probably 700+ contestants, and I got second place. And that gave me the chance and opportunity to start selling my dips at HEB. And that was happy time, very excited, very scared. You know, I have to train, I have to go back to school and learn so many things. And finally, in 2015, we opened our manufacturing plant. Scary times, exciting times, uncertain times. I was trying to do my best, and I was trying to put all my energy and my love into that dip. And you have to understand something. I was making them in my kitchen and then in my garage. But then, you know, to make them in these huge quantities was something that I was scared about it. But I got all the support with the city and the Mission Economic Development Center and the Chamber of Commerce and UDRGV and GMAC and all these people that had those experience and all this expertise. And they pushed me and helped me and teach me and took me with them. And we start, you know, kind of learning to do this amazing process. And finally, July 2016, I put Dippet in more than 52 stores in HEB across the state of Texas. And I was so excited. And it was July, and I was also scared, you know. But then on October 2016, they give me 50 more stores. And I thought, you know, this is going good. This is going great. They invite me to sell our products in Mexico. They invite me to cross the border and become an international company. And they offer me 40 stores, which at the time, you know, I thought it was a great move. But the more I thought about it, the more I decided not to do it. And then 2017, I met with Specs, which is for the ones that are not familiar with them, actually they just opened one store here in Mission, Texas. It's a fine liquor store, and they give me 52 stores in the state of Texas. And that was exciting And we start with yogurt dips. It's a dip made out of yogurt. And it's not only a dip, but it's also a cooking sauce. So in a blink of an eye, you take just one of those dips and make an amazing dinner or lunch with no need of any other kind of ingredient. So our dips come in 5 different flavors, the ones that are made out of yogurt, which is jalapeno, chipotle, cilantro, red chili, and olives. And then in 2018, I launched the cream cheese side of the dips, because people, I love yogurt and I'm a healthy person and I try to be, but of course I always go back to my roots and I love cream cheese. So we kind of launched the spinach water chestnut with the cream cheese base and the avocado and bacon, which is also a cooking sauce. And so you can cook with them, you can just use them for dipping. And we start working on marketing plan, and we start working on all these new ways of doing business, all the platforms to put your products out there. And it's been a long road. Now I look back and I see all the things that we have accomplished with so little. It was just a dream. It was just a strike of luck and a lot of work and more work. And we have grown a lot. We've been invited to participate at Stacy's Rice Project. I don't know if you are familiar with it, but it's a contest that is organized by PepsiCo, also to help women entrepreneurs to be out there. And they pick 5 finalists nationwide, and we were one of those. I was one of those. And it was very exciting to share my story and my work and train with 4 amazing ladies that were also very inquisitive about their job and passionate about what they did. And so it was a great experience. We got trained by the Pepsi executives, by the Facebook people, quick Instagram, you name it, marketing, and how to grow our healthy business. So it was a great opportunity. And finally, as you see, in 2020, we reached the $1 million club. So we have already sold more than $1 million in with our dips, and that is very exciting to me. And I think, and one of the things that I really wanted to share with you, or with everybody that is participating today, is that no matter how big it's not like a dream. No matter how big or how small the opportunity presents your way, you need to pursue it, and you need to be passionate about it, and you need to allow yourself to, to give yourself the opportunity to pursue whatever opportunity comes your way. So I'm very happy to be here today to share a little bit of my story. It's been a long road. It's been very hard, but it's been very rewarding. And that is something that I really wanted to share with you. And one of the things that has been very important in this ride for me, and this is amazing, it's not only the support for the community that we have had through all this journey, but more than that, it's and I'm very proud of that. I do not know many things, and I prepare every day. But one of the things that I'm very proud, and I always say it anywhere I go, is that I do surround myself with people that is more intelligent than me and more smart than me, because I really want to learn from them. And that is a way for me to raise the bar and to allow me to grow in so many different ways. So I invite everybody not only to do your best, but also to learn from the best, and do not be afraid to share your dreams or your passions, or to hire some people that works for you or can work for you that it's more intelligent than you, because that will help you raise the bar and become better.
Okay. Thank you so much, Pilar.
No, my pleasure. I mean, it's been an incredible journey. I really just wanted you to see what we have done so far, where we are at, and where we start. And that for me, it's very important. We've been formally in business with HEB for 4 years, and I'm pretty excited about it, you know, that we have grown so much and had worked so hard. And I have to also tell you that it's been many nights without sleep, and it's been very mornings of hard work, you know, and early rising and trying to do all the things that you need to do when you have the support, and when you don't have the support, you need to be prepared to do it all. I mean, it came a point in the business where I have the equipment rolling, the stores waiting for the merchandise to arrive, and nobody wanted to deliver our products because we were so little. So we have to do what they call share, how do you say that, transportation. And my product, or Deep Tech, is a product that expires, you know, within 45 days. So if you don't deliver the day you're supposed to deliver, you don't only look back to your customers, but your product every day is losing shelf life. So that became a huge problem, and the only way we could solve it was by buying my own Thermo King. And it is a very small Thermo King, just 10 pallets. I can accommodate 10 pallets in there. But they have come the time when I have to drive it myself, you know, all the way to Temple because the chauffeur is not there, or it's sick, or I don't have anybody. So it is very important to be prepared and to know your business inside out and every aspect of the way. So I just really wanted to share that with you.
Okay. Is there anything else you want to add, Pilar? Or
well, actually, there's so many stories that I can add that I really want anybody, if they have any questions, just to jump into, and I can kind of, well, the only other thing that I want to share with you is that we are one of the finalists at the Walmart job open call, and we're going to do our presentation this coming Thursday. So keep your fingers crossed, because if that goes well, we may end also in Walmart outside the state of Texas. Yes. Thank you, Alan.
what was the, yes, excuse me, what was the name again so I can write it down? Oh, try not to miss it.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that.
The event, it was something I understood, Walmart up in Comb.
It's called Walmart Open Call. And it's a contest very similar to the one that HEB made. As a matter of fact, HEB started, I think, in 2014, and Walmart started with the Open Call 2015. And it's also a contest nationwide. You can only enter by invitation. They invite you. So they invite probably almost 800 people nationwide. And that generates 1,000 meetings, because sometimes your products can go in different departments. So these meetings are going to take place for more than 700 people on Thursday.
Well, thank you, Pilar. Walmart Open Call, in case anybody's interested. I'll try to search it up and share it with the group. There's a question here, Pilar. It's from Garcia Fatima. Her question is, what has been the most rewarding part of your entrepreneur journey?
Thank you, Fatima, for asking, and thank you for joining us tonight. I appreciate that very much. There have been so many times and so many great things, but I do believe that the most rewarding thing through this journey is that we have had the ability to reinvent ourselves, that I have outcome many adversities, and with so little money and so little experience, and but a lot of hard work, we have accomplished so much. And I remember the first day that the products arrived to HEB, and I didn't know the day, but a friend of mine called me and she said, you know what, I and just walk into the HEB, and I'd seen your dips here. And I was so excited. I just jumped into the car and went there, and I guess I spent the whole night at HEB just watching my dips. Nobody took any because they didn't know them, I guess, that night. But I was just, I mean, that was very rewarding. That was amazing.
Okay, and we have a second question from the chat. It says, what would you say are the top 3 skills needed to be a successful entrepreneur?
3 top skills. Those are very easy. I guess it's number 1, don't be afraid. Number 2, work very hard and be very disciplined about your work and serious about your work. And surround yourself with people that is smarter than you. That makes your journey easier. And if you made me add one, and this is very important, this has been key for us, it's always, I think the name of the game, it's being ahead. So I always have my checkbook and my predictions and my forecast very, very in front of me, so I can prepare if I see something coming my way that I'm not ready for, like, you know, less sales or more expenses that I expected. So I start, you know, looking for ways to complement that.
Some club members have submitted some questions ahead of time for you. So let me ask one of these questions. One of the students was asking why or how do you go about making sure you have a strong team? So they're looking to expand and start hiring people, I guess. And so they were looking for some tips on team building.
So let me see if I got that right. How do I choose a team? How do I choose my team?
Yeah, if you have any kind of insights on picking people or
yes, I do. Basically, I am a very passionate person, and I believe that passion has to be a key ingredient in the person that comes work with us. But what I really do is I interview them, but I let other people that I trust in different areas interview the candidate. It's not one screen, but I put like 3 screens on the people that we are hiring, and so I can get a objective or subjective opinion about that particular person if I wanted to hire them for me. Because sometimes, you know, they said, well, this is my friend, or this is my cousin, or this is my nephew, and I really wanted to give them an opportunity. So what I basically do is I interview them myself, and then I send them to a couple of more interviews. So people that I can trust and I can work with, screen them. So they give me their opinion, and then I make an educated decision. And I have an amazing team. You need to come and meet them. I mean, they have everything. They put everything every day. I mean, they have the shirt on, and we work very hard an extra hour because they know that if everything goes fantastic for Deep, it is going to be fantastic for them too. I make sure that my team knows that I do appreciate them very much.
That's great to know. That's really great to know. There's another question, Pilar, from Vivero. His or her question is, what piece of advice would you give to college students who want to become entrepreneurs such as you, like you, sorry?
So let me tell you that I became an entrepreneur by accident. Sometimes you don't know what you're capable of until you have the opportunity in front. Yeah, I did not have an aha moment. I never said, I want to make dips and I want to sell them at HEB. I did not have that aha moment. But what I did have, I had my eyes open, and I knew that there was an opportunity there. And I will embrace that opportunity and work as hard as I can to make it happen. So if you have a spiritual entrepreneurship within you, don't close your eyes, open your eyes, open your mind. Don't believe or think that you have to do what everybody's expecting you to do. I mean, embrace what is in front of you. And once you realize there's an opportunity, don't let anybody else say no. Don't let anybody else get you out of the way. Because I have heard this so many times, like when I was, selling the deeds from my home, and they were like, well, you're not making a living out of that. And I said, no, I'm not. I'm just complementing my income with that. And then Saturdays and Sundays working with my kids in different stores, and they say, there were people that were saying, well, you're not supposed to be doing that. I mean, how come you're doing this? And I said, well, I believe in my product, and they're giving me the opportunity, and they're opening the stores for me, and I won the Ruby Red Venture, and I need to prove them that they invest their money in somebody that was going to take good care of that, because I did believe always that we have an amazing product. Embrace opportunity.
So just to recap. Oh, yes. Okay, thank you. Is there any other questions, Avila?
I have a question for you, and it's kind of a strange question, but your $1 million prize, is that a plaque, or it looks almost like a belt buckle?
Is that a what? I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Is it like a plaque? It looks almost like it's a belt buckle.
It's for the belt. How do you say that? It's what you put in the belt. There you go. Yeah. That's what they give you at HEB when you get to the $1 million club. That's
a neat prize, a belt buckle.
I love that buckle. Yes, I do. I every time there is an HEB event, I wear it very proudly.
I like it.
Okay, well, if there's no other questions.
Okay.
Would everybody join me in thanking Pilar? You can type something in the chat to say thank you if you want to. And then we'll just call this session today. I think this has been an excellent session. I think the insights that Pilar has given us are going to be very helpful to everybody. So we all appreciate it, Pilar.
Thank you so much for inviting me, guys. I hope you enjoy it, and remember that, not only I heard a lot of people saying following your dreams, I will say follow the opportunity and enjoy it. Thank you so much, and have a good night.
Good night.
Likewise.
Thank you all for joining us.
Bye-bye.